Blood batteries. We all are well aware of the fact that an empty stomach is not a good advisor. So is the case of poor African countries who are working underpaid in the cobalt mines, with the temptation to remove poverty from their families. The batteries whose manufacturing is being done are being used extensively in electric vehicles, giving us a little reminder that these are not less than blood batteries. Up to now, EVs have taken a bold step towards a cleaner, greener, and safer future. EVs' 0% contribution to rising emissions is beyond question. They are considered innocuous substitutes for gasoline. But are they truly as they are made to be? No. EVs run on batteries, but do you know how they're made? They are made using cobalt, a bluish-grey metal, which is one of the rarest metals and is found in the Earth's crust. The cobalt in the batteries keeps it stable and allows it to operate safely. Cobalt's origin, DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo. Electric vehicles operate on massive batteries, almost 100 times more powerful than ordinary batteries used in other gadgets like mobile phones. Most of the time, these are lithium-ion batteries. Lithium-ion batteries are made using two rare minerals, lithium and cobalt. Both are few and far between in the world. Essentially, in lithium batteries, the lithium ion passes from the positive electrode into the negative electrode during charging and vice versa. Later work was extended in 1980 and cobalt oxide was used for the cathode. These are the same periodic elements that we have seen on the periodic table. Where do we get these minerals from? It is found in many countries like China, Australia, Cuba, South Africa, and the United States of the Philippines. But most of the world's cobalt is limited to the second largest country in Africa, the Democratic Republic of Congo. Mostly, the African countries are known for their poverty, armed conflicts, health crisis, starvation, and whatnot. It is the nation from where most of the world's need for cobalt is met. After all, 70% of the cobalt comes from this country. It has a population of 92 million people, among which 2 million rely on cobalt production. They are called negociants. Cobalt is mined in two ways in the DRC, industrial and artisanal mining. You want to find out the difference? Industrial mining is large-scale mining, while artisanal mining is a small-scale mining operation in which 20 to 30% of the country's cobalt is mined without safety protocols or labour laws. These mines employ 200,000 miners, and according to the Non-Partisan Political Forum of the United States, at least 40,000 of them are children, some as young as 6 years. Children are preferred to work under these drastic and inhumane circumstances because of their small frames and limbs, so they easily descend into narrow wells, and into the depth of earth, where they are not even provided with masks, gloves, or work clothes, and may only be provided with 20 minutes of oxygen at a time. Yet these young children dig for hours. Dark side of EVs. They put their lives at risk and flirt with death every day for only $1 a day, or sometimes less than $1. They are paid between $1 per day and $9 per day. Cobalt is a multi-billion-dollar industry estimated to be worth $17.39 billion by 2027, according to Statistics, a German company specializing in market and company data. But this money never reaches a child who is spotting and extracting the metal. In the poverty-stricken DRC, even $1 is worth putting your life on the line. Most died trying to make that money. The World Bank predicts a 585% increase in cobalt demand by 2050. The Congolese people wish to escape poverty. For them, putting their children in the mines is not a choice, but rather a necessity. Cobalt demand has quadrupled over the past few years and is expected to increase twice in the near future. World's famous automakers monopoly. World-renowned EV manufacturers such as Tesla, who shine their businesses day in and out, are not paying miners enough indirectly. This is by no means an attempt to criticize or slander anybody for that matter. Tesla, soon after making proclamations about not wanting to encourage grisly child exploitation practices and vowing to wean itself off blood-stained, Chinese-mined cobalt, Tesla signed a new deal with Glencore for 6 million tons of cobalt a year. On average, the basic wages of most miners are not more than $3 or £2.50. Other than Tesla, some other giant companies included in this business are Volvo, VW, Renault, and Mercedes-Benz. The dealing there is being done through industry contracts or through some subcontractors directly. Over the last few years, Chinese companies are buying out European and other foreign investors from there. And within this, behaviour with workers is being changed a lot. They are lacking a lot in terms of basic facilities. If we include there is not enough water or electricity, and even their children, instead of going to schools, they are going with their parents for mining. Several hundred miners lost their lives every day. In 2019, some Congolese families accused Tesla and other companies of aiding and abetting the deaths and injuries of children. China and DRC. After the DRC, China is the leading producer of cobalt with 66% and Finland with 10%. China has promised the DRC billions of dollars in investment in infrastructure, schools and roads in exchange for Congolese cobalt. Accusations against China. Congo Dongfeng International Mining, SPRL, is one of the country's leading cobalt processing companies. It's a subsidiary of Zhejiang Huayu Cobalt Co. Limited of China. Huayu supplies cobalt to automakers like Volkswagen. Around 40% of Huayu's cobalt comes from the DRC. In 2016, China was identified by a non-governmental organization as a beneficiary of child labor. In large Chinese industries, workers are ill-treated, discriminated against, beaten and forced to work without proper contracts and rations. When a worker dies, the Chinese hide the body and bribe the family to keep silent. If not batteries, then what? Batteries come with a myriad of issues. Only massive humanitarian costs is enough to address the rest of the issues. Now, you may be wondering that if the batteries are not the sustainable solution, then what could be, right? So the answer is energy harvesting. Energy harvesting refers to harvesting small packets of ambient energy and using them as electrical energy to power microelectronics, sensors, etc. Over the last few years, it has become the first power solution for IoT devices. Energy harvesting technology is exactly what it sounds like. At a certain point, there is energy all around us. Enormous quantities of energy are in the form of radio waves, heat, sound, etc. With energy harvesting, there is just no need for regular maintenance or battery replacement. In addition, since energy harvesting designs tend to have fewer components, they are also cheaper to begin with. Conclusion. Blood batteries are not a sustainable alternative. Because the material used to make these batteries, which is the same as bringing EVs on the road, is very difficult to extract. It costs 1 million lives to run these EVs industries. Although these batteries are preventing the environment from being more polluted, while on the other hand, their use calls forth the fundamental human right violation. The world's largest automakers are complicit in these crimes, including Tesla, Volvo, Renault, Mercedes-Benz, and Volkswagen, all of which source cobalt from Chinese mines in the DRC. Even though they claim to have zero tolerance for child labour, they also know that it is impossible to map their entire supply chains. Maybe they are following this quote: "I say let the world go to hell, but I should always have my tea." In a nutshell, human rights violations and the greener world movement cannot coexist. When we are able to save the environment and, more importantly, human lives by harvesting energy, then there is no point in violating human rights. Well, it's another topic for another day. Even if some of your ambiguities are cleared up after watching this video, then the job is done. Do let me know about your take on the dark side of EVs. Leave your comments below. I would love to read them. I promise to see you in the next video. Until then, enjoy this one. Thanks for watching.